Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
These guys, get them out of my neighborhood.
Sorry, why?
Because they're a bunch of assholes.
What's the reasoning?
Well, they're a bunch of fascists.
Well, why are they fascists?
Why are they fascists?
Explain.
Well, every time I see a Trump flag, it's a fascist flag.
So they're all Trump supporters here.
Yep.
Every single one of them here is
Every single one.
Every single one.
In this march, that's what you're doing. You're supporting idiocy.
And people are saying that we are selfish and stuff like that. No, we are not selfish. We are just open-minded. So cheers to that, and cheers to the people who stand up.
Pour la liberté des citoyens, pour qu'on puisse faire qu'est-ce qu'on veut, puis que tout redevienne normal.
I came out of the metro, okay? Me, I'm outside. Why the I'm gonna be wearing a mask, okay? What the is this? I go to see what's going on. I see a friend I haven't seen for like 6 years. Literally 5 seconds after, I have 5 cops on me.
Lincoln J with Rebel News, and we're here at the Montreal anti-lockdown protest. Now, we came down here from Toronto because we saw some crazy footage last weekend. Check it out. Things are pretty calm here right now. We're going to head into the crowd, get some opinions on what happened last weekend and what's going on here today.
So I'm here because I believe that until we can actually have an open debate with those people who are for the lockdown, those others who aren't, then this is just, it's not acceptable, it's not democratic.
The government lied to us. The mainstream media doesn't say anything. They lied to us. And I love Rebel News.
So we came in here from Toronto because we saw what happened last week.
Yes.
It's pretty crazy. Do you want to tell us what happened last week and what was the reason for it?
It always happens like that. We were like 15 or 20,000 people. No problems, there was no violence, we just were very nice in the streets with, families, with children, etc. And at the end, the police was there to provocate us, to make people, to give fines. So there was a little problem at the end, but the police were the responsible ones. Usually, there are no problems in these gatherings, but the police wants to have, for us to be problematic, and they are not gonna get it.
Police become like an arm of a totalitarian dictatorship. It is very much the Chinese Communist model.
I've placed my mask on just because the police are apparently arresting anyone who doesn't have their mask on. They've taken down one person. They're moving in on the crowd. Let's see what happens.
Madame Protégée, il va prendre son nom, il va y envoyer ça. Parce que c'est le même qui se protège au Québec. Okay, what's the mask bylaw? We're just wondering, we don't want to get into when there's an assembly outside, go on the side wall, I will explain. Okay, thanks. We don't when there's an assembly outside, more than 20 people, they have to wear COVID. It's on the internet.
So you were actually you were picked out of the crowd.
Yo, I came out of the metro, okay? Me, I'm outside. Why the I'm gonna be wearing a mask, okay? What the is this? I go to see what's going on. I see a friend I haven't seen for like 6 years. Literally 5 seconds after, I have 5 cops on me telling me to go. I don't know what. I don't even know what is going on. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? They're like, oh, 2 meters, blah, blah. I'm like, what the are you talking about? I'm outside. Like, what are you guys talking about? And then, they bring you, so you're super isolated, And then they're just there like robots. No emotions, nothing. They don't give a shit. They're not willing to tell you what you did wrong. They just give you a ticket. And that's it.
So they gave you
pigs, man.
All right, so things are taking off. You just saw people getting picked out of the crowd, randomly arrested for not wearing a mask. And then I walked to the other side of the grounds here, and Mocha has received a $1,500 ticket. So what's happening?
Okay, I was recording the protest, the crowd. This gentleman was just standing there, and the police sneaked behind you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what did they told you?
They didn't say anything. They just said, come with Viens avec nous, come with us. And then they asked me that you're at a protest and that you're not wearing a mask.
Did they touch you?
No, I just went with them peacefully.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was recording. And then I was recording. There was another gentleman here with a sign. He was also being ticketed. I was collecting B-roll. I was recording them. And then all of a sudden, the police approached me. Can I get your name and badge number?
Yes, VOVIAU. I need ID card, sir, please.
Yeah, I will give you my ID. What's the crime?
It's not a crime, it's an infraction.
I'm a journalist covering this.
Yes, but
protest.
Covering a journalist coverage is not you have to wear the mask.
No, I don't have to wear a mask. Okay. I want to breathe God's air. If
you can plead that to the court.
Yeah, give me the ticket. I will.
Okay. Again, hold it, please. Hold it.
Why am I under arrest?
You're not under arrest, sir.
Okay, then why?
It's not an arrestation.
Why did you get my ID?
Because you make an infraction of the loi sur la santé publique. Public health law.
He came very right in front of me, my personal space, not standing 6 feet, and I said, keep your distance from me, and then he grabbed me. And he pulled me over here, and under the threat of arrest and under the threat of violence, he made me give my address and my ID and gave me this ticket. The ticket is no problem, but it's a shame.
What's the ticket for? What's the ticket for?
Because I wasn't wearing a mask. What did they give? What was their reason?
It's the same thing, refusing to wear the mask in a public gathering.
So they are ticketing people who are protesting, and they are ticketing people who are covering the protest. There are many people walking around without a mask. They just select and choose who to ticket. It's a shame.
I'm here with Inti. Are you the sole organizer of the protest?
There was 2 of them with Action Coordination, the one that organized the one downtown with Roxanne.
So, do you want to tell us what exactly you guys are doing here today? What are you standing for?
Yeah, we're here standing for freedom, to stop all the liberticidal measures that they're doing to stop and remove all our freedoms. So we're here to ask that we stop all of that because it doesn't make sense. It's based out of politics and it has nothing to do with our health.
I'm appalled. I've been out here since August. I know their agendas. I know the misinformation in other censored media, unlike Rebel News.
Pour la liberté des citoyens, pour qu'on puisse faire qu'est-ce qu'on veut puis que tout redevienne normal.
I have kids, man, and I want to do this for them. Because if I don't stand up for them, they're gonna have a future. So I don't want that.
I think it's just a takeover. They're trying to lock us down. And once they have us locked down, it's not the end of it, right? They're just going to keep going. And that's why they're bringing out the new variants. That's why they want you to go get the vaccine, and you're going to have to go get the vaccine multiple times. I don't want my grandmother to get this vaccine because I don't want to have to go, I love her, but I don't want to help her out when she's ill because of this. I don't know, it's just it's a power grab, you know?
I'm here today, man, because quite frankly, this is all We should be getting back to festivals. We should be getting back to our lives, bro. And that's that.
We need our freedom back. It's not gonna happen if we don't do anything about it. Well, I think that, it's become quite obvious that there's been an encroachment of people's rights and civil liberties. Curfews. I mean, we have a lot of facts, real information that shows us where we should be focusing our attention. There's no need to keep people trapped in their homes for years on end. It's gone too far. I think people need to stand up for their civil liberties and recognize that, this is a political crisis. It's not a health crisis.
What's going on, man? Why are you here today?
Just here fighting for our freedom, you guys. Losing my voice, yelling so loud, passionate about it.
Oh, you know what? I'm here for my kids, I'm here for my wife, I'm here for the people, and I'm here for me, I want my freedom, So in this world, everybody have to live free. That's why I'm here.
Je suis venue à la manifestation parce que je veux mes droits et libertés. On est tanné de rester à la maison. On veut pouvoir vivre normalement.
Do you want your kids to be a slave? Do you want your kids not thinking about themselves? Me, I don't have kids, but if I want a kid, you know what? I want my kid to be a free man, a free thinker, But this is why I'm doing this.
I feel like our government thinks that they own us and they forgot that they work for us on our behalf and they're running the province and the country like a dictatorship. And I think that they're misinforming us deliberately to push their own agenda. And it's not right. And we need to get together and stand together and fight for our freedom.
Mes enfants sont enfermés. Je suis tanné. Ils écoutent des films tout le temps. À un moment donné, là, gars, là. Liberté, man, tabarnak.
We came down from Toronto because we saw what happened here last weekend.
Thanks, man.
We wanted to cover what's really going on here on the ground. If you want to give us a quick summary.
The media is not showing anything. They said there was about 5,000 people last week, and everyone was getting arrested for not wearing masks and complying with the regulations, but in fact we were maybe 50 to 100,000 people. So the media is definitely hiding a lot of info. It's now I understand why they keep calling them fake news. They are fake news, and I really appreciate what you guys are doing. This is real news. Like you're down with us, walking with us, filming the whole thing. So, I mean, much love, man.
Yeah, we were there. The cops were crazy for nothing. Like ladies were pushed on the ground. And the people just get mad at the cops for that, but the cops started first.
So random. They just grab people for no reason. You could just be marching, thousands of people, they just walk up, randomly grab anyone. I don't know what their protocol is. They just grab you.
It was mostly peaceful, but there was some incident, like some tear gas, some pepper spray and shit. Unjustified arrest, like I've seen a lot today, even more than last week.
Yeah.
I think at the end they shot tear gas to disperse the crowd and everything. I wasn't there. I left like 5 minutes before that.
So what's it like being a young guy living in Montreal and having a curfew at 9? It was 8 o'clock, but now it's pushed to 9:30, I believe now. 9:30, yeah. What's it like having to deal with that? Well, to be honest, it's put me in a lot of uncomfortable Uber rides home at 11 o'clock. Let's just be realistic here. And then on top of that, it's just kind of like, it's weird, man. Like, I feel like I'm in grade 5 again, I don't even think I had an 8 o'clock curfew in grade 5, man.
Dystopian, I feel like I'm locked down. I've never thought this would happen in my life. It's like Oswaldian society. I get to hang out with my friend for 3 hours after work.
Honestly, I mean, there's a certain level of kind of disbelief You know, you have no idea. You feel like you're living in a dystopia, a bad nightmare that doesn't end. And I think that, that people need to show public non-compliance, to show these politicians that this isn't legal, it isn't constitutional, they don't have the right. They haven't even bore the burden of proof. They haven't even shown people exactly. They're not even using scientific evidence anymore. It's simply by force now.
You know what? This notice is not for me. So I'm go out anytime, anywhere, anytime when I want, I'm go out. So I don't know what's talking.
So you go out. There's no.
Yeah, I'm a free man. Yeah. You know, this is my world. You know, this is my world. That's it.
This is clearly bullshit. Honestly, sorry my language for the kids, but this is clearly unacceptable. I'm not a kid. We are not kids. Why a curfew? Why a curfew? When they're saying that a curfew, we're using this in a war system and stuff like that. Well, why I'm supposed to be home? Then I'm gonna infect someone if I'm all alone and doing my jogging when there's no one because everyone is scared the shit out? No fucking way, man. So they are treating us like kids, like rats,
I think they were smart about the way they did it because they did it in the winter when most people are not going out anyways, and then they closed the store, so there was nowhere to go. But I think it's ridiculous. How do you put adults on curfew?
Pretty ridiculous. I mean, it's based on what? What's it based out of? Definitely not science. They said it themselves that it's not based out of science and medicine. It's just bull.
I think a lot of people are simply conforming because they're afraid to stand out. They're afraid to be called out. There's kind of this culture of fear that pervades everything, so.
And people are saying that we are selfish and stuff like that. No, we are not selfish. We are just open-minded. So cheers to that, and cheers to the people who stand up.
There's another friend.
What's your opinion?
Fuck these guys. Get them out of my neighborhood.
Sorry, why?
Because they're a bunch of assholes.
What's the reasoning?
They're a bunch of fascists.
Well, why are they fascists?
Why are they fascists?
Explain.
Well, every time I see a Trump flag, it's a fascist flag.
So they're all Trump supporters here?
Yep.
Every single one of them here is
Every single one.
Every single one.
In this march, that's what you're doing. You're supporting idiocy.
So you're supporting Trump by walking in an anti-lockdown march?
Yes.
Explain.
Explain? I don't have to explain.
But why back up your claim?
No. You guys know.
I don't know, though.
You don't?
I don't.
Why are you walking in a march, you idiot?
What does that have to do with being a Trump supporter or not? How are they all Trump supporters?
They're all fascists. You're all fucking fascists. It doesn't matter. You're walking in an anti-mask march. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's very unfortunate. What we witnessed today, that the riot police of Montreal were picking on people randomly. They were grabbing them. So it's not like they were going after criminals, individual criminals who commit crime. No. This tactic was to randomly pick on people to create the environment of intimidation, create a scary environment for the protesters so they will stop coming and protest against government and against lockdown.
If you were one of the people that were hit with a ticket for not wearing a mask, whatever the case may be, please head to fightthefines.com. Don't pay that ticket. We'll get you a lawyer. We'll fight it for you.
Thank you so much for making this possible by donating financial support.
We really appreciate all the support, guys. Last time we checked, there was about 200 donors.
Some woman came up to me. She said, I donated to you guys. Thank you. We appreciate your work.
That's it. For Rebel News, I'm Lincoln J, and we're here with
Mocha Bezirgan.
Thanks for watching, guys.
And if you want to donate to fightthefines.com so we could crowdfund the people who were falsely arrested and ticketed today, that would be appreciated. Fightthefines.com.